Story time. Sometimes a reading can actually save people's lives, believe it or not. I had a client who was doing a reading about her children and her life, and during the time we were talking, I kept getting this hit, baby daddy, baby daddy, baby daddy. I was asking her, was she still with the child's father? And she was like, no, we're not together, but we co-parent. And then I started asking her questions about him, and she pretty much was like, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to waste my minutes on him. And then I kept going like this. Like I literally felt something was wrong with him in his throat, in his chest, his heart, everything. I was like, when's the last time he went to the doctor? She was like, I don't know, girl. I was like, he needs to go to the doctor. And then, we would switch over back to the questions that she wanted to ask, but I just kept getting this hit, like, you have to talk to him. He needs to go to the doctor. And I felt something in his teeth. I kept saying, something's going on with, does he have like periodontal disease or anything? And she was like, girl, his teeth are terrible. And even my daughter be like, Daddy, your breath smell like boo-boo. Even, kids don't have no filter. So that made sense that, he had issues with his teeth. And sometimes people don't realize when you have periodontal issues, it can go back to your heart. It can mess with all your nerves. Hola. So yeah, it's something that you have to really take care of your teeth. Floss, people, please. But it was way worse than we thought. So I just kept going on about how I felt something here. And she said I even gagged. And I forgot most of the reading. And we had a reading the other day. And she told me, she was like, girl, you were right. And I was like, what happened? How about, she said she hadn't seen him in like a month around the time we did the reading because he was out of town working a contract somewhere in another state. And she said that when she saw him, she picked him up from the airport, he lost like 100 pounds. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm thinking like, how heavy was this guy? He was like 6'4" or something, big guy, like not fat, but like stocky, like a football player. Lost over 100 pounds. And she said she remembered the reading saying, take him to the doctor. So she had to like beg him, like, you need to go to the doctor. Eventually they took him to the doctor. Between her and I think some of his family members, they coaxed him into it. Because even when I read him, I remember him saying, ain't nothing wrong with me, I'm fine, ain't nothing wrong with me. When they got him to the doctor, he actually had extreme thyroid disease. I don't know the exact term, but it's something with the thyroid. That's why he lost so much weight so fast. And maybe like a few weeks after that, he had a heart attack. So everything that I saw was actually accurate. But I think if we didn't get his ass to the doctor, he probably could have died. Because he's so like nonchalant, like, no big deal. And I don't know if you guys know, I don't know the exact statistics, but they say most men that are married live longer because the women in their lives are the ones pushing their ass to go to the doctor. Because a lot of men are like, ain't nothing wrong with me, I'm fine. So when she told me that story, I was like, wow, blew me away. And it actually, she showed me a picture of him, of how he used to look versus how he looks now. He's so scrawny, he's lighter than me, he's like 130 pounds right now. So he's still sickly. But at least he's getting treatment and he's taking care of himself. So even though I don't call myself a medical intuitive per se, but I do pick up a lot of different health things many times with clients, and it does give them the cue to go get something checked out just in case. So yeah, if you want a session, hit me up, just DM me, call the number below, and I look forward to speaking with you. All right, have a wonderful day.